All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Here we go!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And this will be taken at the 13. That looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's got Decker, left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Patriot! Patriot! Now let's go! Green, 30.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Set! Green, 39! Green!
Right back to him on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's got it. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3 down, 3 down. Set. Blue line it. Blue line it.
They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
This is Cohen. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On third down, it's Cohen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Jackson on first down. Uncorks one for Davis. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Cohen. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
You don't want no problems with me.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now look
They'll set up a throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
Jackson now down around his goal line. Now he'll escape to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings him to 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Set.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. 44, Mike, 44. Let's go, let's go.
After the interception, here's Jackson going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, four down. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Trips over here. Let's overload. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. And the Colts coming out now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Four down, check. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Safe. Hold on. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Watch the slats.
They run. This is Cohen. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And avoids the contact by sliding. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
This is Scarborough, and they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Jacksonville is lined up for kickoff. Number 86, back to return.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Tight end right. Hey, boys, we got four down. Now let's go. Green.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Even. 4 down. Even. Here we go now. 3-19.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Gun!
Now Jackson on second down. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hey, switch. Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that.
They try again with Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Double tight. 4 down. Check. Set.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Double tight. 4 down. All right, here we go.
To throw is Jackson. Looking to throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
And on the ground they go with a running back. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey. 4 down.
Again, it's Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. Point after, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun! 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 Alert flare! Alert flare! Flare! Flare!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Okay, I'm giving credit and then some on this call. When it's 4th and that many, you know that 99% of the coaches are throwing the football. In this case, though, they figured the defense was playing the pass, took a chance, ran the ball, and picked up the first down.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 13. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break. That goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, boys, we got four down.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Rolling. 4 down. 1 day, 53. Go. Run.
Now it's the backup lock. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Detroit! Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, now, look at 50. 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now Gordon on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Wide 674. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And this one is right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. Now a desperate, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 42 yards. And the Jaguars able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. And it's up and good. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Double tight. 4 down. Let's go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so you had the flyover, the big American flag out there before